Hey guys, welcome to the channel, Taking a Bath. And the bathroom is on the place where you can place your gadgets in peace. On this channel, we do product reviews and also some tutorials. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and check out my ebook, www.themanthasetsellhimselfonfire.com. Guys, today we're talking phone gimbals, and we're talking the Marsoar phone gimbal, or as they call it, the glider. What we want to do, bring it to the workbench, do the unboxing, give a brief tutorial of all of the features, bring it outside, see how it works, and then I come back with my final thoughts. Be right back. So here we have it, the Marsoar gimbal. You can see it's a wonderful presentation on the outside of the box. I'm looking forward to doing this review. Let's jump right into it, guys. You can tell by now my box is kind of damaged during shipping, but it's a fairly good presentation. Have some writing in the back of the box, just kind of spelling out some of the features that the gimbal have on the inside. Speaking on the inside, let's go ahead and open this puppy up. Alright, just pull back the little tab, do the little shimmy. Just go ahead and pull it right out. And it's a white box. No illustrations, no wordings, anything, just a plain white box. I'm okay with that. Go ahead and open it up. Now once you have it open up, you're greeted with the user manual. Now the user manual is fairly small compared to most user manuals I receive for especially a product in its magnitude, but make sure you go ahead and read that user manual. A lot of great information up in there. And you have in the corner this small micro USB wire. Again, not too impressive, but it gets the job done. And you have the gimbal itself. Now I didn't know what to expect, guys. At this price value around $79, I was thinking that this thing was just going to be plastic. Now don't get me wrong, it is plastic, but it's this durable plastic and it have a nice feel to it. It handles well, a nice feel to it. Actually, man, it's very ergonomic in your hand. And basically, man, I just was impressed by the build quality. You can see how the spring supported. You just go ahead and put your cell phone up in there. Now I have a Note 8. I'm able to get my Note 8 up in there, and the gimbal is full of features. You have your zoom, you have a all lock trigger on the front, which is very handy. On the side you have the spot where you can put that small micro USB charger. Just go ahead and stick it up in there, it charges up. Of course, in your front you're going to be greeted with like your toggle button, you're going to be greeted with your power button. You know, that little controller comes in handy whenever you're switching in your pan mode. Very ergonomic again, and it's feature packed. Kind of surprised coming in at this price point. Go ahead and power it on. They also have a blue LED indicator to let you know how much battery you have. Speaking of battery, guys, you get about 5 hours and 8 hours standby. At the bottom you have a tripod mount. Mount is needed in my opinion. I use it to mount my camera and it comes in handy, but again, it feels very good in your hand, guys. When powered on fully, you get the green light indicator and also the blue lights for your remaining battery time. Alright, let's go ahead and mount the phone up, balance it out, and connect it to our app. Now this is a absolute joy. Basically you just put the phone up in there and there's no fiddling around, guys. The thing will mount itself as long as you have the phone in there correctly. Once you power it on, it's going to mount itself. Totally different than my DJI eyes mode. I absolutely love it. This feature to me really takes it up a notch. It's really helped beginners get involved with gimbals. Now I have my phone up in here. Go ahead, turn my phone on, open up the app, and you're going to see how easy it is to connect it. Once the app is open, just simply press connect, and you're going to see it's going to connect via Bluetooth. Find it, press it, and look how fast it's connected. And now you're connected, and I have access to all of the features of the gimbal. And the beauty of it is that it's very responsive to the touch. I can change my resolution just like using your cell phone, guys. You press it and you set it, and you can see there's no problem with latency or lagging in the touch. I also can go into my settings. One of the things I don't like is the frame rate. I would like to be able to record at a higher frame rate, but like I said, it's very responsive to the touch and you do have access to that. And I can go ahead and use that little trigger on the side to zoom in and out. Just showing you guys how responsive it is. Have face tracking on here. Just amazed of how responsive it is for this price. I can switch the camera between front and back, and I know I'm being repetitive about the price and how amazed I am. Truly blew me away. I was not expecting this type of quality for this price. You also have the option to change your white balance. Alright, enough talking. Let's go ahead, bring this puppy outside and see exactly how it does. Do it actually stabilize the footage or not? I guess we're about to see. Alright, so I have it outside. So the first test I want to conduct, I want to use my Note 8, and I just want to show you guys how I would normally try to capture some video filming with my phone. Try to walk steady as possible. The Note 8 does have built-in stabilization, and you can see it's trying to work right here, and I'm just running with it just to show you guys how I look if I was to run with my Note 8 trying to get some footage. You can see it's a bit shaky there. Go ahead, connect the phone to the gimbal, and I want to try to emulate that same process. Just walk around with it, keep it as steady as possible. Now, one of the things I would say right off the bat is that I'm looking at this as I'm walking and I'm saying to myself, this is really smooth. You can see I'm running now, and you can definitely tell the difference between the Note 8 and this footage here. I didn't stop right there. I wanted to try a few extra things like the tracking, and it's very bright outside, so this is not an optimal time to really go out and try the tracking feature. And you can see when I get into the sun, you see like those solar flares or sun flares, and it was able to do a decent job in keeping up with me and tracking me as I walked around. But it wasn't without its problems. It kind of lost me whenever I got directly in the sunlight, but when I walked back into frame, amazingly it picked me back up. Now I have to say this about it, it's not DJI Osmo quality, but you really not losing a lot of features if you get this compared to getting a DJI Osmo 1 or 2. I have an Osmo 2, and let me tell you, this right here worked just as fine. Definitely do the job. Look how that tracking is keeping up with me. Last feature I want to cover is the selfie feature. All your Instagram fans out there, there's a dedicated button on the gimbal to turn your video vertically so you can post on Instagram. Let's get back to the bathroom for my final thoughts. Alright, now here's some of my thoughts about this particular gimbal. It is plastic, but it have a good feel to it. It does a lot, guys. Now when you compare this to my DJI Osmo 2, the main difference is the build quality. The DJI Osmo 2 have a very good build to it, very sturdy, but you can see they tried to mimic this. I mean, from everything. Setting up is also different. With the DJI Osmo, you have to kind of be fiddly around with that, adjusting this and adjusting that until you get just the right balance. With this, you just put the phone in there and you're good to go. Another big difference, this standby time is less than the amount of time that I get of actual use of this. I think I get like about 15 hours or something like this just using it, and you only get about 5 hours and 8 hours standby time with this. Of course, the app have a lot of features with the DJI Osmo. This gimbal do have good features on their app, but it can't compare to the DJI Osmo. Now, my final thoughts is that if I had to pay $120 or $79, I would go ahead and come on top of my budget, and I would get this. I would get the Marsoar, simply because it does a lot of things that the DJI Osmo do. If you new to gimbals, you really don't want to try to balance anything. This balance itself. I love both of them. I'm going to be using both of them, but I would recommend this to somebody that's just starting out. Hey, it's your boy taking the bathroom. Thank you guys for coming to the bathroom once again to help me review my gadgets. Shout out to GearBest for sponsoring this video and sending this product over. Until next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe. $79. I don't think you can beat this. Also, guys, how you like the different camera quality? I'm shooting for the first time on my Panasonic G7. I have a 25mm lens on there. Hey, leave a comment below. Don't forget, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that notification button so you can be up to date with all of my latest videos.